Yoko Ogawa's dystopian novel The Memory Police follows the life of an unnamed narrator who lives on an island controlled by an authoritarian government. This government slowly removes objects from the island, also erasing the memories associated with the objects from its citizens' minds. Some citizens have the genetic ability to remember these disappeared objects, making them fugitives in the eyes of the government. Our protagonist finds herself in a problematic situation where her coworker R reveals to her that he's one of the few people who can remember these disappeared objects. With the help of her friend, the old man, the protagonist decides to help R and hides him in a secret room they construct in the protagonist's house. These characters have to make sure R doesn't get found out by the memory police or they could all be taken away.
Joshua, you're a nerd. The Memory Police is a prime example of a dystopian novel, showing many traits associated with the genre. First, it shows excessive surveillance through the acts of the Memory Police. The Memory Police are a force of people who act like the Gestapo, spying on the islanders if they commit any actions they shouldn't be doing. They patrol the island and barge into people's homes for routine checks. They stop people at the train station and even search their bags. Being an islander in this book is like living in a TSA checkline. This novel also exhibits the genre trait erasure of the past. As we mentioned before, the whole premise of this book is that the Memory Police are erasing the islanders' memories. This is a big no-no because it destroys the individualism of the people. Without their memories, they lose aspects of themselves, as shown through people having to find new professions because items have vanished. With the past being erased, the people become bleak and boring. The novel Memory Police is another great example of gross inequality. Gross inequality is portrayed through the economic and freedom differences between the Memory Police and the average citizen. It is especially prominent when winter rolls around, causing there to be supply shortages. While most of the islanders either starve or freeze, the Memory Police live in lavish homes, stocked to the brim with supplies and luxuries. In addition, the Memory Police don't have to live in fear of being taken away or being out too late. Living in the life of a citizen on this island is much more troublesome and detrimental than living the life of a Memory Police. Finally, the novel Memory Police shows the genre trait of authoritarianism quite well. Authoritarianism is shown throughout the book through the power that the Memory Police exert on the citizens of the island. In the book, the Memory Police kidnap citizens, barge into their homes without warning, and detain them frequently at train stations. There is nothing that limits the power of the Memory Police, and people live in constant fear that they will be next in line to feel their wrath.
After reading the book, we give The Memory Police a rating of a 3.5 out of 5. The novel perfectly creates a dystopian society, showing how the characters are affected by an oppressive government. It also sends a message, warning the reader what life could be like in the near future if the government ever gains too much power. Although Yoko Ogawa displays great world building, the overall plot of the book wasn't that interesting. At times, the book would seem repetitive. Objects would disappear over and over again, not adding much to the plot. The characters also had uninteresting personalities, most of the time having no reactions to the unjustness around them. This was most likely meant to showcase how oppressive the government was, but in reality, it just helped disconnect the reader from the characters. Overall, while The Memory Police perfectly paints the picture of a society ruled by an authoritarian government, the plot was just not engaging.